right, Linda? I didn't recognise you without your wig.
We won't get any business in here, love.
But I'm not in the mood. Is June Ackland about?
What do you want her for?
I want to report a rape.
Hmm? Whose?
Mine.
Sorry, love. We class that as non-payment for goods.
I was thinking of moving the duty sergeant's office. I thought Sid's office was a bit out of the way, if that's all right with you.
Oh, where do you want to go to?
Downstairs, there's a spare one there.
Yes, I'll make the arrangements.
No, that's all right. I'll organise it.
I said somebody call in later on.
Linda was looking for you.
Linda Road?
The brass. You know, the one with the cold sore in her mouth.
Oh, what does she want?
Dunno. Some problem with non-payment, I think.
All right, ladies, how are the chilblains?
Oh, they're killing me.
You should wear some thermals.
Oh, they make me itch, love.
You sure that's the thermals? Hey, where's Linda today?
I ain't seen her.
You better take a walk round the block. I don't want her to give you a warning.
What's going on, Linda?
Linda. Linda.
What do you want?
You wanted to see me.
Get lost. I don't want nothing to do with you. You're just a bunch of pigs.
No, you came to the station.
You make me sick. You're just a bunch of slags, the lot of you. I've got to go to work.
Linda?
Don't Linda me.
What on earth's the matter with you?
I've been raped.
Oh. Go on.
I come to Sunhill and they treat me like I were a slut or something.
Who did?
Your mates.
Look, we'll go back to the station, just the two of us.
They ain't gonna give a toss of a prostitute who's been
No,
raped.
that's not true. Now, what happened?
Get lost.
Linda!
Get off me! Get off me! You pig!
Look, I want to help you, Linda!
Get lost!
Linda!
Cool, what's he got in here then, Sarge, eh?
No, Sid, a couple of cases of malt whiskey.
Yeah, with a bit of luck, eh?
Lovely. All right?
Yeah.
OK, I'll finish it.
Yeah, well, if you need any more help, you can always rely on me.
Thank you, George.
Always available for the overtime.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Where do you want this, Sarge?
Stick it on against that wall for now.
Ah, Stephen?
Yeah.
Were you on the front desk when Linda came in?
No, Dave was. Why?
What happened with Linda then?
Well, nothing. She came in here looking for you. You weren't here. Why?
Oh, and you let her just walk off?
Yeah.
Is that the way you usually treat rape victims?
Come on, June.
Why?
She's a Tom, isn't she?
Oh, so it doesn't matter?
That happens all the time. Some geezer decides he doesn't want to pay. That's the risk they take.
You should know better than that.
She can't take him to court for non-payment, so she calls it rape.
Oh, and that's what happened here, is it?
I reckon, yeah. Is this a private discussion or can anyone join in?
One of the prostitutes on my beat, Linda, claims that she's been raped, Sarge.
So? Take down the details and fill out a report. I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, well, she's had a bad experience with us. And now she's unwilling to cooperate.
Then there's nothing we can do.
Rape is a serious crime, Sarge.
Yes, and it's a difficult one to prove, even in the clearest of cases.
What does that matter?
Well, if she's unprepared to report the incident properly, then there's little chance she'll follow it through, is there?
Well, she doesn't expect to be treated fairly, that's why.
That's not our fault. She spent most of her life involved in crime, prostitution and drugs.
Well, she's still protected by the law.
If she reports it, we'll investigate it. But I doubt she'd even go to court. And without that, there'd be no result.
It's a bit cynical, isn't it, sir?
It's a waste of taxpayers' money. Besides, I don't suppose Linda's paid much tax herself, do you?
You know, I don't know who he thinks he is.
He's your sergeant.
Oh, let me give you a hand.
That's right.
Cool. You know Linda, don't you? She's the Tom who usually wears the Farrah Fawcett wig. Well, she claims she's been raped. She came into the station to report it. Of course, Quinn and Loxton put their size 12s in it. And now she's reluctant to pursue the matter. Had it been a normal rape...
Rape is rape, whoever the victim.
Yeah, precisely. That's exactly my point. But Maitland won't back me up. I mean, if a woman in the trade finds it necessary to report that she's been raped, what kind of a rapist are we talking about?
I'm duty sergeant, it's not my role.
I know that.
I'm not part of the relief.
You could have a word with him, though, couldn't you?
Sergeant Maitland has got to establish himself.
You see, you always listen to us.
Give the man a chance.
June, we've got a bit of a problem with parked cars in the high street.
Right.
Come on, move these, quickly.
Keep your wig on, sweetheart.
I'm not one of your girls.
I wish you were, June.
WPC Ackland to you.
We know each other better than that. In my car, will you?
Cheers, Danny.
Where's Linda?
Linda who?
I don't believe you, Linda. Earlier on, you were crying to me about how you'd been raped. Now you're back on the game.
Leave off, will ya?
Yeah, we're obviously not that bothered.
I got 2 judges to support. The fines don't pay themselves, you know.
Yeah, what about your habit?
You don't know damn all.
I know you don't want to be a prostitute.
What are you, running social services? You don't know damn all, June.
Are you just going to let him get away with it?
How's he going to help me?
Linda, I want to know, did he rape you or did he just have you over?
He put a sack on my head and he raped me.
Get off the train. Linda, get off the train. Sierra Oscar from 643 receiving over.
What are you doing?
Request transport. I'll be outside Hillside East Tube.
Okay, I'm going to go start that. What are you going to do? Lock me up?
We're going to get this bloke.
So the fella opens his eyes, and he goes, ta-da! Linda!
Nice love bite you got there.
You still giving away green seal stamps, love? What's she in for?
She's been raped.
Oh, yeah?
Just put it down as unpaid overtime.
Look, this is serious.
Go and get her a cup of tea.
What?
Go and get her a cup of tea. Who was it, a client?
No. Some bloke jumped me as I was coming off this job last night.
What, by the bridge, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, did you know the bloke? Had you seen him about?
I didn't get a look at him, it was dark.
What was he, black, white?
He attacked me from behind.
Have a seat.
I don't know.
He put a sack over my head.
Sack job.
Can't say I blame him.
I didn't come here to have the mick taken out.
No. It's all right, sweetheart. Only pulling your leg. So what happened? Did you resist?
I couldn't do much. They were trying to strangle me.
You had a lucky escape.
I was pleading with him. I said, please don't do out. I said, I got kids. I kept saying that to him. That were it, I reckon. I mean, that's why I let us go.
What did he say?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
He wasn't after a conversation, were he? Can't I think about our little Sean? It'd kill him if I died.
So he let you go?
He left me to untie myself and then I ran.
Why didn't you come to us then?
I wanted to. I thought I was gonna do. I saw this man and woman in a car. I asked them to help. You know, to help me. They didn't want to open the car door. They just drove off, so... I mean, who's going to give a damn? I'm a prostitute.
Little Sean would give a damn.
cow.
Do you believe her?
Well, she's had a few drinks. But who'd want to rape her anyway?
Linda,
What do you want to get out of all this?
I don't understand.
Well, let me put it crudely. What you do, basically, for a job, is get raped for money.
No.
Linda, you don't go with these men because you want to.
I mean, what evidence have we got? You don't even know who the bloke is, what he looks like.
You've made things very difficult for forensic. You've been with 4 or 5 different blokes.
Look, I know what you think of me.
No, look, don't get upset. I'm trying to be straight with you, sweetheart. A lot of people aren't going to be sympathetic. I mean, you've come in here and reported a crime. Now, if we're going to do anything, you've got to help us.
You haven't been exactly honest with us in the past, have you?
Give her a light.
She needs a tissue.
Well, I ain't got one, have I?
He doesn't know how to deal with it, so he doesn't want to know.
It's Linda.
Yeah, he just took her off of me.
If it's a rape, it has to be investigated by the evidence inspector or over.
Yeah, well, he's trying to talk her out of it. He doesn't know who the bloke is, and anyway, Linda's only a prostitute, so he's not interested.
No, I'm sure that's not true.
Look, he can't see a result. He thinks he's doing her a favour by telling her to forget it. All Mr. Burnside wants to do is nick villains, spin round to Chummy's house and get a body. Well, that's not what this is about.
If you could give us something to go on,
Here,
something where we could go out and nail this bloke.
have a tissue.
What do you want me to tell you?
Well, have a think. Have there been any other cases reported?
Well, we could check.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to help.
Well, you keep thinking. Look after her, June.
Those cuts on your wrist. Did he do that to you?
No. I did them.
You did it to yourself. Look, I think you need to see a doctor. You're going to be all right. I've got to leave you here for a minute. Sarge, I'm going to Inspector Monroe.
Why?
The woman needs medical attention. I wish you'd come and have a look at her. Burnside hasn't even called the surgeon.
Hello, Linda.
Show the sergeant the cuts on your wrist, Linda. She claims they're self-inflicted.
Hello, Bob. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if we should call in the surgeon.
Well, I don't think I have to remind you that you're now duty sergeant.
That's right.
Well, you're non-operational.
I was just offering my advice.
Did you want a doctor, Linda?
No.
We've looked in the files. There are no recent cases of rapes on prostitutes.
Nobody reports it.
My money's on Sam Torrance this year.
Oh, I don't follow it, I'm afraid.
Well, you play?
When I get the time, that's the overtime figures you asked for.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know if this is the type of thing I should mention, but,
He must have said something.
No.
Nothing at all.
Don't pick those scabs, you'll make them bleed.
How did that happen?
Well, she says she did it herself.
Let's have a look.
You sure somebody hasn't been smacking you around?
Did someone do that to you?
You still with Danny? Or have you left him yet?
Come on, Linda, we're trying to help you.
What's Danny got to do with this?
Now, don't go dopey on us.
Is he still pimping for you?
I told you, I don't know who it was.
Look, you're not telling us anything. We know Danny can't run a motor like that off his minicab business.
Hello, I'm DCI Kim Reed. Would you excuse us for a moment? I've just seen the chief super. We've got a rape victim. Is that her?
Yeah. Her name's Linda. She's a brass.
What have you done so far?
Few vague details. No description of the attacker.
Have you called a surgeon?
The thing is, we know Linda. It's not like her to come to us. She's an old pro. She's virtually bulletproof.
With Danny Slater as her pimp, she'd have to be.
What's this got to do with it?
Well, he's very fond of games, you see.
So he's your suspect?
Do you know Danny?
Look, our first intention. There's a statement of intent on your office wall to meet the victim's needs. I don't care who she is. Do you understand? Then to initiate an investigation that'll give us the best chance of convicting the offender, right?
We're still trying to establish the facts.
Be honest, Frank.
It's not as simple as that. From a forensic point of view, she's a nightmare. She'd had what? She'd had half a dozen clients previous.
That's forensics' problem.
So what do you want us to do then, Mum?
Call a surgeon. Jude and I'll deal with this. When we need you, we'll let you know. Are those the clothes you were wearing last night?
Yeah.
You haven't washed them? Good. We'll give you something else to put on when we take you over to the victim examination suite.
Sweet. Sounds like something in a posh hotel. I've had enough of hotels.
June, coffee? No, thanks. We could go to St. Hugh's if you prefer. You could have a female doctor.
Why are you doing all this? I don't even know what the bloke looks like.
That doesn't matter.
Here's a couple of cans that probably forget all about it. These things happen. I'm a prostitute. That's what I'm paid for. To make sure that men don't go out and rape ordinary women.
Yeah, it's okay.
If you'd have paid me, I'd have put a sack over my head. I'd have done it anyway. I mean, what's the difference?
Because it was rape.
It was without consent.
Who's going to believe me?
We believe you.
You were a bit quick off the mark. I thought you and me were mates.
Well, we still are, aren't we? I think it was just a misunderstanding about non-operational. Just because I'm no longer on the part doesn't mean I've hung my boots up.
Think of it as a fingerprint, a genetic fingerprint.
There's going to be more prints than you've got fingers, don't you understand? You're not going to know whose DNA is whose.
It's not quite like that. Say if we've got a suspect, forensic can check his DNA for a match amongst those recovered today, yeah? Then if that proves positive, all we've got to do is to ask you whether he was a client or not.
But you haven't got a suspect, have you? You haven't got another fag, have you?
Yeah, you might as well keep the packet. And while you're at the hospital, get the doctor to look at those injuries on your arms.
It's not my arms need looking at, is it? Mind you, it's all in your head.
What is?
Love, pain, whatever.
What's worrying you?
Oh, I don't know. Look, I might not look it, but I'm 37. Danny's the only fella that's going to take care of me, isn't he?
Well, you take care of him. You must bring him home, what, 200 quid a night?
Not anymore. Not now. Some nights I'm frightened I won't get an offer. Mind you, it's better at night. Can't see what I look like.
Or are you being hard on yourself?
It's true. At least Danny wants me.
Well, you've got Sean.
It's just a kid. It's not the same, is it, love?
But Danny beats you.
You expect that, don't you?
Yeah, but it's not what you want. What about Sean?
He's with social services.
Well, you can get him back.
I aren't cut out to be a mother.
Who told you that?
God, it's such a mess. Danny's his dad, you see.
Well, you've never said that before.
I sort of hoped, you know, the promises he made.
Mr. Burnside felt that Danny might be the rapist.
I'm not saying it was him, right?
Why? Why do you think it might be?
I said I was going to leave him, didn't I? He said he'd chop me up and throw the bits in the river.
Do you think that's what Danny'd do?
Nah, just trying to frighten me, that's all.
Yeah, well, you couldn't tell if it was him, could you? You had a sack over your head.
Well, we'll have to wait for the result of the... what do you call it?
DNA.
Yeah.
You still have to testify.
What are you trying to do? Put me off?
See you later, Linda.
Okay.
Thanks, June. And next time, I hope you feel you can come to me direct.
Yes, Mum.
Any progress?
Strong probability it was Danny.
I told you so. So, shall we go and pick him up?
What's the point of that? We'll only have 48 hours under pace and then we're knackered.
All right. But I was right, wasn't I?
Well, don't sound so cock-a-hoop. It's up to forensic. And you nearly screwed that up for us.
Oh, yeah? And what's the betting she won't testify? In a month's time, she'll turn round and tell us she loves him.
Maybe if you'd acted differently towards her.
Now, don't have a go at me, Mum. I mean, it takes two to tango. Why do women allow themselves to be treated like that anyway?
Something you don't suffer from, Frank. Low self-esteem.
Did you have a word with social services about our Sean?
Yeah, but look, you'll have to get yourself sorted.
Yeah. Just hope he isn't grown up by then.